And Angie is expecting her little miracle any day now.
What a great story. The therapy costs more than much more regular methods, around $4,200. The kids are home from school, but before they take on their favorite winter sport, we have some important safety tips from an expert right ahead.
And coming up, we'll take a look at your weather forecast, which includes rain for this Christmas Eve day and colder temperatures here for the holiday itself. We'll look at that and talk about your weekend weather when we come back live. Pictures from a rain-soaked day in Waterbury. Folks can take it slowly. The wet roads can be slick. For details in the forecast in a minute.
And take a look live at West Farms Mall. This is it, but before you lose it, we'll show you how to stay calm and get everything done. Not to worry. Be right back.
History, a romantic reunion, a Christmas miracle, and a New Year's wedding to die for. The groom is next on the hit list. The killer speaks again. The Salem serial killer. Days of Our Lives. Weekdays at 1 on NBC 9.
Well, even though it's raining, winter is here, and that means we need to think about the safety of our children when they hit the slopes or rink. Robin Serdell joins us from Robin's Nest with some important safety information. Good to have you.
Thank you for having me today.
So good. This is what we forget. We forget about the safety aspect because winter sports can be very dangerous, can't they?
Yes, they can. And in fact, when we were kids, we didn't wear helmets and take into consideration a lot of the things that we think about today.
And a lot of people got hurt badly.
You bet. Even last year.
Yeah. So sliding. Let's talk about that first.
Okay, sledding and sliding can, kids get up to very high speeds. In fact, if you're tubing, you can get up to 50 miles an hour.
Wow.
And so we do recommend that kids under the age of 8, I recommend everyone, but under 8, they wear a helmet.
Okay.
And so if they're tubing or if they're sledding or sliding, they really need a helmet. And the nice thing is that manufacturers know that because they are actually putting helmets on the kids in their packaging. So that's a nice thing.
So it's not going to be uncool to wear it. I think that's a lot of the problem with these kids. They get out there and they go, do I have to, I don't look good.
And I think, too, some of the parents are afraid that they won't be warm enough in a helmet because it's like a bike helmet, but it's a little more well padded.
Right.
And so they have these little hoods that you can put on underneath.
Oh, good.
They're excellent for skiing. They're excellent for snowboarding.
Oh, and it really keeps you warm.
Right.
And it looks like all over the head and all the way down the neck.
Right. And it's thin enough to stay comfortable underneath all that bulky helmet.
Okay, now you can get this probably at any store.
Just about, but earlier in the year is better.
Okay.
Because they start to run out now.
Okay.
The helmet I got at Ski Market.
Okay.
And the
but they have
hood.
Ski Market would have stuff like this.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, this is a tube. It looks like a blow-up kind.
This is a sled. These sleds go extremely quick with young children.
Oh,
so you want to make sure they go down with an adult.
Okay. You
don't want them going down by themselves. And if you land 2 feet from the bushes, your child's going to end up in the bushes.
Okay.
So you want to be careful of that.
All right, so we've got our helmet and we've got our tubing. What about the good old-fashioned sled?
Well, these sleds are old-fashioned, but they are recommended, especially for young children. They're heavier, they steer, whereas saucers and some of the other sleds, you really steer. You're out of control.
Right.
And you should really teach your child how to roll off a sled. So if they're getting close to a tree or getting close to someplace they don't want to be, they learn to roll off and then they won't get into.
Good. What about staying warm?
Well,
all these outdoor sports.
Warmth is a big thing, and we do recommend that you eat a good meal, a good hearty meal, that kids take plenty of rest breaks to warm up, and that they make sure and have a lot of liquids. So hot chocolate, take a thermos with you. Go somewhere.
And just keep drinking water. And now you've got some of these heat things, but you can put those in shoes and gloves?
You can. They're great, especially if you're going to be outdoors at a parade or at some type of celebration. Put them in your pockets.
Robin, it's dangerous if you get too cold, right? And I think some kids, if they're out alone, don't realize when they could really get, they could really get severely injured.
Definitely. Frostbite is a danger.
Yep.
In fact, I had frostbite as a child in my toes from ice skating for too long outside.
Wow.
And so a lot of breaks, warming up, taking the time to warm yourself up, those are really important tips.
That's what you need to do.
Okay. Now, this is my absolute favorite product. This is a new product called Yak Tracks. And I got that down at Niantic Paddle Sports. And what you do is you put them on your shoes. They're very easy to put on. I recommend these for the elderly, for anyone who goes out to get their newspaper every day. If you leave the Yak Tracks on a pair of shoes by the door, you won't slip on the ice.
You can put this on any pair of shoes.
On any shoe.
They're just stretchy.
Yep. And they come in different sizes.
Them on. Oh,
it's a brand new product.
I've never seen them. I love them.
I think they're great. They're great. And they won't scratch your wooden floors either.
You know what? This is a great Christmas gift for everybody, isn't it?
It is.
They look like they're not expensive. And you can find those where?
Niantic Paddle Sports, and I'm sure other sporting goods stores have them, but a lot of the stores I went to did not have them yet.
Okay, and they're called Yak Tracks.
Yak Tracks.
I want to get some of those for myself. Robin, thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
No white stuff for Christmas. A little bit of rain Christmas Eve day. Let's see if that's going away. Here's Bob.
Yeah, I wish I could say it was going away, but it's not. In fact, it kind of reestablishes itself across the state during the course of the afternoon. So it'll get wetter before it gets better, and the chance of white Christmas is pretty slim.